Have you ever discovered a detail at a theme park and thought, there's gotta be a story behind that? Well, you've come to the right place. We're Amanda, Kevin, and Kim, the team behind Where in the Park, and we've spent years exploring theme parks and creating seek and find games that uncover the details that most people miss. And now we're diving into the history, stories, and secrets behind those magical details. So grab your curiosity and maybe even a churro, and let's explore the parks together, one detail at a time.
Welcome to the Where in the Park podcast. This is Kim, and today's discussion on Where in the Universal Studios Florida Park, I continue the walk down the right side of Hollywood Boulevard, discovering the buildings that make up the facades, what buildings are based on, and their ties back to Hollywood, California. If you missed part 1 or 2 of this series, feel free to hit pause now and go back to those episodes to discover the details about the buildings from the Today Cafe all the way to the Crest Building. But if you're ready to continue our journey down the street, let's dive in. As I go through today's episode, I'll be sharing stories and details about the park. If you'd like to see the pictures of the details I'm covering, including the buildings in Hollywood that these facades represent, head on over to our Facebook group, Where in the Park Explorers. There you can join the conversation and even share your own pictures and stories. You can also check out our blog that accompanies this episode over at our website, whereinthepark.com/podcast. The links for everything are in the show notes below. Want to explore Universal Studios in a whole new way? Be sure to check out our self-paced seek and find game packs over at whereinthepark.com. Each game pack has a deck of cards. Each card has an image that can be found in the theming of the park. The question is, where in the park? We have 38 details to discover at the Universal Studios Florida alone, and even have bundles for our Islands of Adventure and the entire resort. Use code PODCAST10 to take 10% off your next adventure today. All right, so let's continue our walk down Hollywood Boulevard and check out the latter third of the street. First up is the Ralph's Building. This is a large gray and beige stone building with Spanish architecture, complete with large domed red awnings above the doorways. A large red cursive sign reads Ralph's is in the middle of the window in the center of the facade. In the 3 large windows, you'll find neon signs reading French pastries, prime cuts, and imported wines and cheese, above detailed window displays for each of the food categories. There's a long history about the Ralph's Company, but in a nutshell, Ralph's was first founded in 1873 by brothers George and Walter, who started their own grocery company as Ralph's Bros Grocers in downtown Los Angeles. As the population of the city grew, so did their grocery store chain, and in 1909 incorporated as Ralph's Grocery Company. In 1928, Ralph's had 10 stores and making home deliveries via horse-drawn wagons to stress the importance of excellent customer service. It is the location at 5623 Wilshire Boulevard that mirrors the style of the facade found at Universal Studios Florida. On the facade at Universal, you'll find a door that says in cursive, Ralph's, Phone Orders and Deliveries. This calls back to the home delivery days during the early expansion efforts of the chain. To the right of this door is a bronze sign with swirled design that reads Ralph's, Hollywood Market, Morgan, Walls, and Clements, Architects, 1928. This is referring to the architects who designed the Spanish-style building in Hollywood in 1928. Other Ralph's buildings around this time in similar style, but not an exact replica. This firm also is known for several other famous Hollywood landmarks, such as the El Capitan Theater and the Wiltern Theater. Next up, we have the Montmartre Façade, a light pink brick building with 2 large signs above and to the side, as well as an overhang above the doorway that reads Montmartre. Besides the upstairs awnings, the Universal Florida Façade looks nearly identical to Café Montmartre in 1922, which was on 6753 Hollywood Boulevard in California. This location coined Hollywood Boulevard's first nightclub, where you could find the likes of Joan Crawford and Adolf Eddie Brandstatter, the latter being one of the most prominent restaurateurs in Los Angeles. In fact, to the right of the main doorway, under the overhang, is where you will find a bronze rectangular plaque with a decorative border. To the right of the doorway, it reads, Brandstatter, Café Montmartre, 6433. Now, 6433 is the address to this particular door along Hollywood Boulevard. It's interesting that the number is included as all the other plaques on this street reference dates in which the actual building was built, not a street address. So if you have any details as to why this is or what this number pertains to, please let us know. Go to our website and join our Facebook group, the We're in the Park Explorers, and let us know. The signage to the left of the doorway includes a menu with options for 75 cents, $1, and $1.25 for evening dinners served daily, including Sundays. Further along the street, at the second doorway, labeled with a 6431 address, another sign reads, Café Montmartre, C.E. Toberman Construction, 1922. Now, C.E. is Charles Edward Toberman. He was a property owner, and his real estate company was on the first floor, with Café Montmartre on the second floor. He was a real estate developer and stenographer who developed landmarks in Hollywood, California, including the Hollywood Bowl and Grauman's Chinese Theater. The last building at the end of this street is the Pantages Theater. Originally opened in 1930, this was the final movie theater built by entertainment mogul Alexander Pantages. Designed by architect B. Marcus Pacheca, the Pantages quickly became a standout for its opulent design both inside and out. For years, it operated as a premier roadshow theater, hosting reserved seating film events that gave moviegoers a touch of prestige. Architecturally, the building is a masterclass in Art Deco design. It has been described by a number of sources as a 2-story concrete facade with faux stone exterior, zigzag metal framed windows, and striking Egyptian lotus patterns that draw your eyes upward to the sculptured goddesses near the roofline. Today, Universal Studios Florida pays homage to the stunning venue with its own Pantages facade, which houses the Horror Makeup Show. This live stage show is a fun, behind-the-scenes look at how effects and monster makeup are created for the big screen, featuring real movie clips, hand-on demos, and a good dose of humor. It's a must-see for fans of film magic. The plaque located to the right of the front door reads, Pantages Theater Building, B. Marcus Pacheca, Architect, 1929. But not only is this building's facade massive, it features 2 shops to the left and right of its main entrance on the corner. Between the main entrance to the Horror Makeup Show and the Montmartre is the Theatrical Cosmetics of Hollywood. The shop windows features displays with mannequins, a makeup chair and mirror, and several wigs. The door to the facade has a logo for the shop with gold and black lettering that reads, Business hours, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. While it's not an actual shop, the facade pays tribute to the importance of hair makeup artistry within the film industry. The shop to the right of the Pantages main entrance is Teddy's, which has teddies and toys for tots. The door to this shop includes the shop logo as well as its hours, Monday through Friday, 10 to 9, and Saturday, 10 to 6. Teddy's for Tots is an actual nonprofit that was started by a 5-year-old girl named Callie, who was on a mission to ensure that all children at the Lucille Packard Children's Hospital receive a teddy bear for Christmas. This hospital is located in Palo Alto, California, which is in the Bay Area, and not in Hollywood, so this may not be a direct reference to the facade in Florida. But it's a great cause with a heartfelt message, so we wanted to pass it along. And we have a link in our show notes if you're interested in learning more or donating. And if you know of the exact location that this facade is paying homage to, please be sure to reach out to us on our Facebook group, We're in the Park Explorers, and let us know. Lastly, on the corner of Hollywood and Vine is the Café La Bamba. This restaurant pays tribute to the Hollywood Hotel. It is a patinaed plaque located on the corner as you enter the courtyard. It reads, Historical Hollywood Landmark. Established in February 1904, the Hollywood Hotel became world famous for its celebrity guests and parties. During the 1930s, Luella Parsons' popular radio broadcasts were made from this hotel. Thursday night dances were held every week for 53 years until the hotel closed in 1956. It is interesting that the plaque states that its opening is February 1904, as we found several sources that stated that it opened in 1902. But in any case, the Hollywood Hotel stood at the northwest corner of Highland Avenue and Prospect Avenue, which would become Hollywood Boulevard in 1910. The hotel is described as an elegant wood structure with Mission Revival style stucco facades and broad verandas. It was originally built to support the selling of residential lots. Business grew, and by 1904, a 40-room wing was added and additional gardens were added around the property. The hotel became so popular that by 1906, it expanded over time to include a new entrance, a chapel, ballrooms, and 250 guest rooms. Over the years, it would continue to grow and house additional businesses such as a floral shop and travel services. As the plaque outside the Universal Façade indicates, the hotel is no longer there. It closed in 1956. In its place came the 12-story First Federal Savings and Loan Building, a shopping center, and parking lots, which were all demolished in 1998 to make way for the Hollywood and Highland Center, an entertainment district. Today, this multi-level district is called the Ovation Hollywood and is just steps away from the famous Dolby Theater, the El Capitan Theater, and one of the best views of the Hollywood sign. Back at Universal Studios Florida, the Hollywood Hotel features Café La Bamba's restaurant, serving Southern California Mexican-inspired menu per the Universal Studios Florida website. Kevin and Amanda have even had breakfast here during their start to their VIP experience last year. Within the courtyard outside the restaurant is a small fountain. The coins tossed into this fountain and any others around the Universal Resort are donated to Give Kids the World, a local nonprofit that helps provide week-long, cost-free vacations to children with critical illnesses and their families. So the next time you're walking down Hollywood Boulevard at Universal Studios Florida, don't just rush from one attraction to another. Take a minute to look up, look around, and really see the stories surrounding you. These facades may not all lead to ride queues or retail, but each of them have a place in Hollywood and in theme park history. That's going to do it for our 3-part series as we looked at the buildings and facades down the right side of Hollywood Boulevard at Universal Studios Florida. From the park entrance to Café La Bamba. In the future episodes, we'll continue our journey back down Hollywood Boulevard to take a look at the buildings on the other side of the street. There's so much more to discover, so stay tuned. Thanks so much for listening. And just a reminder, if you want to see the details that were discussed in today's episode, head on over to our Facebook group, We're in the Park Explorers, where you can join the conversation and even share your own pictures and stories. You can also head over to our page, we'reinthepark.com/podcast, to find our full blog that has all the photos of what I talked about today. Links in the show notes below too. Until next time, we'll see you somewhere in the park.
Thanks for exploring with us today. If you're ready to take your park experience to the next level, check out Where in the Park Games. They're self-paced, seek-and-find adventures designed for you to experience the park in a whole new way. Whether you're visiting for a birthday, a family gathering, date night, or even a solo trip, you'll be searching up high and down low for the details found in the park's theming. Get ready to discover a deeper appreciation for your favorite theme park with a Where in the Park game and take 10% off your next adventure by using code PODCAST10. Which park will you explore next? Until then, we'll see you somewhere in the park.